Hi, my name is Julie Kratz. I do diversity, equity, and inclusion training in the workplace. So I wrote a children's book about diversity, equity, and inclusion and belonging called The Little Allies recently. And people ask me, why a children's book? Well, in light of the social unrest and the long overdue anti-racism movement in 2020, as a woman that was pregnant experiencing a pandemic, I felt compelled to do something. And I didn't want to be another white voice proclaiming to be an ally. And I knew, and having the conversations with my then 6-year-old, that this conversation has to start earlier. If I was struggling with how to talk to her about what was happening and why it was wrong, then chances are there were a lot more parents, caregivers, and educators struggling with finding the words to say to educate this next generation. It's really important that we start this conversation earlier because racial biases and a lot of our human biases and preferences towards people like us are solidified at age 12. That means those elementary years, that K through 5 period, is extremely important to open the dialogue, to talk about what this is, what does diversity mean, why it matters to involve diverse perspectives and surround yourself with people different than you, and also what it means to be a little ally. What are techniques, what are behaviors that we want to teach our children to be empathetic, for example, to be vulnerable, for example, to be open to different perspectives, to be curious as they naturally are. So in our workshop on developing the next generation of little allies, we unpack that research. We explain why this is important in the developmental cycles and the lack of representation in our media and in our books. Then we talk about how to be a little ally with techniques, tools that you can take action on right away. If your organization has a working parents group or just cares about this topic in general, allyship does not stop in the workplace. It is a collective experience personally and professionally. This teaches you how to be an ally at home and at work. We welcome you to check out more information at thelittleallies.com and nextpivotpoint.com.